I'm gonna do it again. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim, Rakal Kadash. Double honors to our apostles and our great millstone. This is the brother Gadawan.
Brother Nakzak, brother Kanak.
And we out here doing a quick video on the way to camp regarding fucking out. So like regarding what's going on right now in the world. Right, the brother Manada's like, you want to cover what happened this morning at the UN Council?
Yeah, pretty much all the nations over there at the UN Council, they met up to actually discuss on the attack that President Trump did on Syria. You know, and pretty much all the nations wasn't happening. They could see like pretty much the head representative of Russia, he was saying, look, you're making all these you're doing all these attacks without no proof. You know, you're just doing it off rumors. You know.
Sergei Lavrov. He's a representative for Russia, and he's saying and what he said that it was fake news.
Yeah.
It was set up. You know, so all the nations are seeing that the attacks that America are doing, they're set up. They're false flags.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Well, I got a script. It's Revelations chapter 11, verse 14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly.
Right, in that first woe, in that second woe, that's the First World War and the Second World War. Okay, and we know those were major wars. Why? Because the so-called white man was at war with his own brothers, being the devil, man, being the fucking devil. And then World War III was a major war. Okay, and that's why it says the second and the third cometh. What does it say again? Read that again.
It says the second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly.
That's right, because that second woe is past, and it's been past, but that third woe is coming quickly now. All right, because after World War II ended, that pretty much established America as the dominant force in the world. All right, militarily, economically, and culturally, everything. Okay. And the so-called white man was this is his power seat. This is where he gets to operate his way the wicked rulership. Okay, keep going.
I got another precept.
Yeah, and that third woe that comes quickly, as we know, is World War III. And World War III is it's going to be a quick war. Right? Yeah, it's not going to be stretched out 4 or 5 years, right? Like World War II, World War I. All right, it's not going to be no one going to be in trenches. All right, the Mossad is going to get it done pretty quick, man. All right, he's going to gather everyone in Jehoshaphat and nuke them. All right, America's going to be in complete disarray.
Well, the scriptures say 1 hour.
Mm-hmm.
So many great miseries shall fall upon Babylon. You know, so 1 hour, this last war is going to take place. And you have the devil. Einstein said, you know, I don't know. He said World War. What did he say? He said he had a quote.
He said,
World War IV is World War III is gonna be fought with. He said the next World War is gonna be fought with sticks and stones.
Yeah, World War IV is gonna be fought with sticks and stones. He said, I don't know how World War III is gonna be fought, but World War IV is gonna be fought with sticks and stones. Because the next war that's coming is a war that's gonna burn as an oven. You know, it's actually with Russia what your boy Putin said, planetary destruction. You know, meaning it's gonna destroy the whole earth, which is save the elect, so to speak. Okay, the elect are not going to be destroyed. You know.
That's right. You got a precept?
This is Joel 3:10. Well, I start at 9. Joel 3:9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles: prepare war, wake up the mighty men.
Yeah, declare this among the Gentiles: prepare war, wake up the mighty men. And what was happening at the UN Council this morning was that Russia pretty much is preparing for war. Right? What were they saying? They're saying, "Oh, your actions have consequences."
Yep.
You know, you don't know. You know, why would you do such a thing? You know, without evidence. You know, otherwise other than not wanting to get touched. You know, America don't think you're gonna get touched. You're gonna get touched now. All right. The Mossad take that hedge off of you, and these other nations, starting with Russia. All right, they're gonna use their missiles on this place. They're gonna attack America's interests very very soon. Up next. All right. And that next place that might get attacked is the so-called land of Israel, where the so-called Jew be at, man. And that's how we know World War III is really going to get brought out, man. Okay, if you want to get that, because the UN Council, right? Pretty much all these nations, like the brother was telling me, these nations are sick and tired of you damn devils, man. Okay, they're sick and tired of you devils lying, of your lies, and then of your violence. And not only that, you're a violent homosexual. The Russians, they don't want to deal with your homosexuality, all right? That's why you try to demonize them. Oh, Russian, they got bad human rights because they don't let faggots have rights. Well, that's how it's supposed to be, man. Right? And that's another reason why America's going to be destroyed. All right, you got some of that?
I'm gonna continue with Joel. It says,
What?
proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up.
Let all the men of war draw near and let them come up. So all of the troops are going to come to war, man, to go fight against Babylon. The Most High is going to gather all standing armies to go to war. This World War III is going to be major world war. Everyone's going to be at war. Okay? Yeah, World War II was major because all those standing armies went to war. Pretty much every standing army had to choose. But now there's more nations that have armies. Nations are much more powerful. Well, you got the Koreans, North Korea. They got a powerful military. There's a reason why Trump ain't sending no attacks on Kim Jong Un. All he do is talking shit on Twitter, because he gonna get touched by Korea, man. Korea waiting for America to do something stupid, all right? And what happened to Syria is something very stupid. That's what the Russians are saying. Keep going.
Beat your plowshares into swords.
That's right. They're plowshares and the swords. These poor nations. At one time, they were very, very poor. All right. China. Within recently, man, China's built a military. Okay. China was a nowhere near it is GDP wise in the 1950s. It was rural. There's no cities. Okay. They didn't extract any of the resources. Okay. Their manufacturing was slim to none. Now look at it. It's the second largest economy in the world behind the United States, and it's growing. And people are saying it might surpass America soon, because America's through, man.
Yeah, America's in debt. All these other nations, who owes the most debt of America? It's in bonds. China.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
And
security bonds.
in China, China, North Korea, India, these nations, Pakistan, right? They used to be servitile nations, but now they got nuclear weapons. Right, they have nuclear weapons and they're ready to go to war.
Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong.
Let the weak say, I'm strong. And the weak, they're going to say they're strong by doing what? By making a coalition, okay? They're going to be gearing up for war under Russia, right? Hey, Russia's also a guard. We were reading that earlier in the week. Okay, in Ezekiel, Russia's a guard for these nations and they're going to make them strong. When all these other nations get together, they're going to overpower America. All right, just like when all the tribes get together, we're going to overpower you so-called white people, man. You so-called white people are weak, right? America's weak. America's done, right? There's a reason why Trump ran on making this place great again, because this place is a shithole, all right? This place isn't great. It's getting worse and worse, all right? This place is nothing but shanty towns, potholes in the damn freeway. All the while they want to charge you damn near $10 across a fucking bridge, man. So all this money's going where, man? It's right to the elites to do what? To destroy this place and to destroy all you people here in America. You people here in America, man, judgment is already on you, but it's much more heavy judgment's coming.
It says, assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about.
That's right. That's where the Most High will sit to judge all the heathen round about, right? And how is he going to judge it? Keep going.
It says, put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come, get ye down, for the press is full. The fats overflow, for their wickedness is great. Multitudes in the valley of decision. For the day of the Lord is near in the valley of decision. The sun and the moon shall be darkened, and the stars shall withdraw their shining.
Mm-hmm. There's going to be multitudes of slain. Why? Because there's going to be all-out nuclear missiles going to be shot in that place, all right? All the tanks are going to be going off, every shell. You know, have every soldier, shooting at each other. It's going to be but chaos, man. Hey, what's the other scripture? Actually, you give me, I believe it's Isaiah, about the other wars were fought with noise.
Isaiah 9:5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood.
That's right, confused noise and garments holding blood. That's how traditional battles are supposed to be fought. All right, men going to war, right, with buckler, shield, spear, sword, arrow. Okay, now you have sound like stay through, man. Where's your sword? Where's your arrow? The bow. All right, all the things my man stay through could use on a fair one-on-one. All right, that's how the traditional warriors used to go to war. All right, keep going.
But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire.
Yeah, this is going to be a burning and fuel fire. Okay. Now, war is all about getting burned up with what? Missiles, bombs, gun, missiles. Go ahead. Go ahead.
This is Malachi 4:1. For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble, and the day that cometh shall burn them up.
That's right. That day that's coming, all that do wickedly, you're going to get hit with the missiles, right? Because before traditional wars, the traditional wars was all about, going over the wall, protecting the city. Now they got drones, all right? Esau got drones. He'll drop a Moab on you, all right? And now you're doing airstrikes in Syria, and that's going to lead to what? Russia getting involved using nuclear weapons. North Korea getting involved using nuclear weapons. Iran, China. All right, it's going to get to the point where they might do it to you. They might do a false flag here in America. Force it to go down, man.
Yep.
And you know how you so-called white people are. You're bloodthirsty, ravenous, violent freaks, man. And you're not satisfied until all that blood is spilt upon you, man. So that's how we know that World War III is coming very, very fast.
Yeah, the scriptures say he is as death, and cannot be shed, and as hell,
Beautiful.
Cannot be satisfied.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and that's the so-called white man to a T, man. There's a reason why World War III, all these world wars, have everything to do with the so-called white man struggling for his so-called power, man. Axis of evils. Axis of evil. Well, who is the head of Axis of evil? A so-called white man, man. All right, so you so-called white people, you want to call us worse than Hitler, worse than the KKK? You devils gotta look in the damn mirror, man. Look at your red face, man. All right.
It says, and that day cometh that shall burn them up, said the Lord of hosts, and shall leave them neither root nor branch.
And leave them neither root nor branch. Why is that? Because America's never gonna come back. America's gonna be totally wiped out with the nuclear weapons. Keep going.
That was it on that. I had the precept where you talking about the least of them, so draw them out.
Beautiful.
Of the state of Israel. This is Jeremiah 49:20. Therefore, hear the counsel of the Lord that he has taken against Edom, and his purpose that he has purposed against the inhabitants of Teman. Surely, the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely,
the least of the flock shall draw them out. Because the least of the flock, we know, is speaking of Amalek, all right? You so-called Jews, right? You imposters, you rat bastards, all right? The Most High ain't dealing with you guys, all right? And he's dealing with you only on the level to bring in World War III. Okay, you're gonna draw. How are you gonna draw them out? Well, we was talking about what was happening in Palestine, right? They just did this sniping dudes out in the middle of Motherfuckers was running with the flag and shot up.
And nobody in the international community, nobody's saying anything about it because the so-called Jews, they own everything. So you can't speak out against the crimes and atrocities that the so-called Jew over there in Atlanta, Israel is doing. Okay, because they'll call it anti-Semitism. And then they'll pretty much do all like media blackout on you.
Yeah, they'll block your channel, they'll delete your channel.
Yep.
And then they'll set up a false flag, saying you want to go against them, man. You so-called Jews, you're through, man. You've been trying to suppress all this information on who the Israelites are. Why? Because it proves that you're the devil. All right?
Yeah, I finished that. It says, surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he will make their habitation desolate with them. The earth is moved at the noise of their fall. At the cry of the noise thereof was heard in the Red Sea. Behold, he shall come up and fly as the eagle and spread his wings over Basra And at that day shall the heart of the mighty man of Edom be as the heart of a woman in her pains.
And that's exactly how Esau's gonna be going through this pain, man, like a woman in travail. And that's a heavy duty pain, man. And then at the end, when it's time for that birth, the Most High is gonna hit you with the missiles, man. And that final push, the missiles come through. And then pains, you can see Esau's in them pains right now. These contractions, okay? Because when a woman she has her pains, the contractions they come, they start having a repetition to it or a cadence.
They come
in waves.
Yeah, in waves, and they come faster.
Then they come faster. Then they come harder and harder until, boom, you just push it out. And that's what's happening to America right now.
Yo, I got another precept. This is Jeremiah 51:30. The mighty men of Babylon have forborne to fight. They have remained in their holes. Their might has failed. They became as women. They have burned her dwelling places. Her bars are broken.
Read that again.
Yep. This is Jeremiah 51:30. The mighty men of Babylon have forborne to fight. They have remained in their holes. Their might has failed. They became as women. They have burned her dwelling places. Her bars are broken.
And that's the time we're entering into where the might of America is being brought low. You know, you're becoming as women. You know, all the nations that once you had the rule over, you had some type of power over. Now, like we read in Joel, the weak is saying, "I'm strong now." You know, so people, the nations aren't taking your shit no more, America. You know, the Most High is putting it in their mind to think that evil thoughts come against the land of unwalled villages. You know?
This is Jeremiah 50:23. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder?
How is the hammer, meaning the power? How is this nation that once was a great power become asunder and broken? America, you were once this great nation, could nobody fuck with you. You dropping bombs, was that Hiroshima and Nagasaki, you fat boy and little man. At that point, nobody wanted to fuck with you. You had that great power, that great sword. But now, all the nations, they got the bombs now, you know. So you can't just go around talking your shit, you know.
Yeah. It says, how is Babylon become a desolation among the nations?
Yeah, desolation among the nations, you know.
I have laid a snare for
Good?
It look like we good.
No, we still on.
We got it. Man, we're good. Yep. It looks like we good. Okay, yeah, let me continue.
Yeah.
It says, this is Jeremiah 50:25. The Lord has opened his armory.
What's that? Revelation, the 7th chapter, when it says, he told the 4 angels to not hurt the earth nor the sea till his servants were sealed in their foreheads.
Right.
So that's why you're seeing more destruction. Trump is sending the missiles over there, Tomahawk cruise missiles over there to Syria, because the Lord's elect is being sealed, you know? Got it out.
Yep. It says, for this is the work of the Lord of power.
Yeah, this is the work of the Lord, Yahweh Shemel Shai. This is his will. We're living in his story, his movie. And this is his will to bring. He put the spirit on Trump to fire them, to give the orders to fire them Tomahawk cruise missiles, which they say over there in Syria that 70% of them didn't even hit the target. You know, they said they were knocking them things up sky and shit. You know, and Trump is on. He's the only president that's on Twitter talking shit. Yeah, we gonna send them smart missiles to your ass. You know, you know, the nations are looking at Trump like he's a fucking joke. You know,
It's some hood shit, man.
You know?
Trump's on literally some hood shit. You know, some Twitter beefing. You know, niggas in the street Twitter beefing and internet gangsters. You know, that's exactly what he's doing. But that's the Lord working on the minds of the different kings. Okay, to stir up Third World War.
Like,
you know?
Let Jake talk some shit like that, man. They're gonna call him a thug.
Yeah.
They're gonna call him an N. They're gonna call him all these messed up terms. But here it is, the president doing it, but ain't nobody mad at him, man. Well, people are getting mad at him, man.
Yeah, this place is through, man.
It's over.
It's done. It says, come against her from the uttermost border, open her storehouses, cast her up as heaps, and destroy her utterly.
Destroy her utterly. That's the purpose of the Lord, to destroy America utterly. And Putin made a statement in one of his interviews. He was like, America, do you not understand what you're doing? Do you not understand the actual death? Because he pretty much was saying, like, look, I don't want it to get to this point, but it's getting to that point. Do you understand the wrath that's gonna come upon you? We talking about nuclear. We ain't talking about a conventional war with machine guns, and even though it might get to that point, we talking about straight up missiles coming and wiping shit out. You know, we talking about wiping out fucking states. Russia got a missile that can take out the whole state of Texas. You know?
Yep. While America was going around conquering these different nations, spreading their military thin, deceiving the people, spraying chemtrails, fluoride in the water. These other nations were building up their military, man. Okay, Russia is still been building up their military, and they have more nuclear technology. They're way more advanced as far as weapons than you Americans, man. All right, they wasn't putting in their money into psyops or destroying niggas in the hood. They weren't doing it. All they were doing was prepare for this last battle, and that's exactly what the Lord wanted them to do. To come up against America. All China, like the brother was talking about China, not even 50 years ago, it was they weren't no leader in global economy. Now they're an emerging economy, and they're a superpower. All right, China, America doesn't even go into North Korea because China is a guard unto North Korea, man. You know what I mean? And Russia and China, they linked up. They already said that they're linked up, man. I'll get that in.
Yeah, all this is happening while, like you said, all these other nations are gearing up while America's, going into debt, right? Going into heavy debt, making bullshit contracts, endeavors, failing wars, right? They went to Vietnam, that failed, right? They went into Korea was a failure. Esau fucking with the stream, man.
Yeah. He's fucking with it heavy. He's a demon. And then, furthermore, we back on.
Okay, we good.
Furthermore, the spirit of America is gone. All right, the people in these different countries, they're prepared for battle. They see death on a regular. All right, they're not watching cartoons, and they don't have NBA and basketball. Okay, and then they have soccer, but soccer they be getting down, man. They be brawling. They be fighting each other. It's a total different spirit in them other countries. Okay, but America's about what? It's about folly. It's about homosexuality. You got trannies. You got trannies in your military. All right, bestiality is pretty much legal, man. Everything here in America is legal. So the spirit of America is a spirit of women, right? Did I read that scripture?
I think you brought that out.
Yeah.
Pretty much make a point with what you were saying. Like America's never really seen war. Pretty much everybody's in a comfortable state because over there in CNN they did an interview over there in Syria with the people that were fleeing from the bombs and shit, and they were talking to this interviewing this lady and her daughter. She said, all my daughter knows is just been war. She was born, she's only 7 years old. She said she just been born into it. She knows her family getting put to death. She knows, they always been like living in that stage, and they don't know if they're going to be here today or going tomorrow, So America, when this shit hit America, you people ain't going to know what to do, So you got it on.
Yeah, let me bring out another scripture. Let me get it. Isaiah 47.
I got a quick precept.
Okay, go ahead, bro.
This is Ezekiel 38.
You can probably just start at the top and go down.
Okay, yeah, kind of, yes.
Point is from 7.
Ezekiel 38:1. And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against God in the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and prophesy against him, and say, Thus saith the Lord.
Yeah, that's talking about the Russians. Go ahead.
And say, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, Behold, I am against thee, O God, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaw.
Yeah, Putin doesn't want to go to war, right? He said, "Do you not understand what you're doing, America? This is just you're going renegade, man. Just stop it. Why can't you just stop?" It's because they don't want to go to war, but the Lord, He's going to put hooks back in their mouth, and He's going to force Russia and these other nations into this third world war. Okay, and he's gonna make America do something stupid. Okay, the Lord, and he's gonna force, and then you pretty much gonna force their hands. You're like, damn, I didn't want to. You just mind your own business, and you got a weak person just bothering you, messing you. Like, hey man, just chill out, man. I don't want to hurt you. Like just stop. And he just won't. He just doesn't get it. That's Esau. He just won't get it. So the Lord, he's going to force Russia to shoot missiles on this place, man. Okay, because Esau, he just doesn't get it. He can't. This nigga, what the scriptures say, evil man understand not judgment, man.
He's Mr. Can't Get Right.
Yeah, he can't get right. All right, go ahead, bro.
It says, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth in all thy armies, horses and horsemen.
Yeah, talking about their nuclear arsenal. Okay, these regular missiles are not going to be shot off, man. All right, that might happen in the beginning. 144. That might happen in the beginning, but all the nuclear arsenals, that's really what's going to get America. Once those are shot off, there's no turning back. You can't. And then Esau's missile defense system is shit. Okay, it's shit. It's not going to work. Okay, his Iron Dome or his missile defense system M300s or whatever that shit is called. That is not going to work, man. None of the missiles, according to Joel, the 2nd chapter, aren't going to break the rank, and they're all going to land on their target.
It says all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields. Yep. All of them handling swords.
Yeah, 200 million missiles. You can read about that in Revelation, the 9th chapter. Okay, meaning 200 million warheads. Go ahead.
It says Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya.
Yeah, Iran's going to be in there. All these nations, Ethiopia. Okay, yes, hell over here. It's getting worse and worse, man. This is the spirit of America. Just dope addicts. Can you read that again, Slakia?
It says Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya with them, all of them with shields and helmets.
Yeah, going into this nuclear arsenal, man.
Holy shit.
Yeah, this shit, damn. Motherfuckers are multiplying this shit. It says Gomer and all his bands, the houses of Togarmuth, and it says of the north quarters, and all his bands and many people with them.
Yeah, going into the Confederate armies that are going to be in league with Russia. Okay, because even though you got Theresa May, the UK, you got what's your boy from France? What's that devil?
Macron.
They all want to go into Syria.
Macaroon.
They all going to go against Russia, but Esau's allies going to turn on Esau, man. Yep. Okay, Germany doesn't want to have any part, okay, in this war. But Germany's going to get Germany's going to get forced into this war also, and they're all going to turn against America. America at this time is going to have no allies. Because you have the Sergei Lavrov, which was the defense minister, I believe, the defense minister of Russia. He basically said that the only reason why America has allies is because you forced them to be allies with you. It wasn't because they're on the same so-called plan with you. They believe in the same things. No, you beat it into them. Okay.
You were a bully. You bullied your way into you put them in debt. All right, you overthrew their democratically elected leader and put in a fucking puppet, right? That sold out their people to who? To you goddamn devils here in America, man. And that's why these other nations want to destroy you, right? Because they want to. Let's say they want to have an election. They want to redistribute their wealth. They want to do something in their own land. Esau gonna sick the dogs on them, man. He gonna call fake ass Ebola outbreak. Just to roll in there UN troops. He's gonna set the Boko Haram, right? A bunch of bug outs to go, the death squad just to kill the people in the villages. Set up ISIS, kill people in the villages. This is how the so-called white man operates, man.
It says, "Be thou prepared, and prepare for thyself." It says, "Thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee."
Yeah, Russia's preparing, and their company, China, Iran, Libya. Afghanistan, all right, because look, all these other nations, they're supplying weapons to these other countries, unbeknownst to America. America knows, but they're trying their hardest to get in there. Okay, that's why they were doing strikes on Syria. because Iran is funneling technology into Syria. Okay, Russia's funneling technology into Syria, building up the military. Okay, and they're doing all. And Pakistan has the nuclear missile. India has the nuclear. India and Pakistan. They've been nuclear power since what the 60s and 70s. Okay, they I believe Pakistan stole, I forget the guy's name, but they stole the blueprints how to build nuclear missiles from the Swedish. Okay, so that's pretty much how all these nations got nuclear missiles and weapon technology is through their spies. Okay, going into these Edomite countries, stealing their technology. Okay, that's well known and well documented. Okay, the United States got their technology, nuclear technology, by stealing spies, man. The Germans. Okay, that's what it was all about. The Russians and the Germans, the Russians and Americans, they were fighting over those German scientists.
Yeah, all them Nazi scientists, man. Because they were figuring out ways how to kill people, man. And that's the best research to know in America, in this world, man.
Yeah, it's the highest level. That's what that's what the top elites, what they fund all these programs is for weapons.
Yeah, how to kill you.
Yeah.
Efficient ways to kill you, man. In gruesome ways.
Just like the cell phone, that was all designed for the missiles. Apostle Tara was going into the chip, the camera, the digital camera. That was all set up for the missile. That was all set up for missiles.
Yeah, so they can guide it, man.
Yeah, for missile guidance systems. High level, the missile guidance system. That's like the highest level technology. Okay.
Yeah, because they're accurate. It encompasses everything, including the GPS, right? Longitude, latitude, coordinates. You know, all the laws of physics. Rocket science, right? Apostle Paul is going to that, man. That's high level shit, man.
Yep.
But the highest level is the scriptures. The so-called white man, he's not concerned with the knowledge of the scriptures. He didn't think the knowledge was ever going to come back out. Otherwise, he would have been burnt this book, man. The Spirit didn't allow that to happen, man. Now we're waking up, and it's too late. You devils, the momentum shift. It's a momentum shift, man. The momentum shifting to not only on the spiritual side, right? That's the main momentum shift, is on the spiritual side, going against the so-called white man and the prophets. All right, bringing out this word going out even stronger and stronger. Okay, and then the other side, the physical, fleshly side, the momentum is going towards the other nations, man. The momentum is going towards the third world, so-called the Chinese. Okay, the Russians, to do what? To destroy this place, to link up and destroy this place, get rid of this place once and for all. Any more precepts, brother, before we wrap it up?
Yeah, I'll finish up on this. Is back in Ezekiel 38:7, be thou prepared and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy companies that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them.
That's right. That's the Russians, man. They're a guard unto all these other nations. Keep going.
After many days thou shalt be visited. In the latter years thou shalt come into the land that is brought back forth. It says that is brought back from the sword, and is gathered out of many people against the mountains of Israel, which have been always wasted. It says, but it is brought forth out of the nations, and they shall dwell safely, all of them. I want to skip down to the where it says, thou shalt think an evil thought. This is, let's see, verse 10. It says, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, it shall also come to pass that at the same time shall things come into thy mind, and thou shalt think an evil thought. That's what the Lord is doing. He's putting that evil thought in the mind of Putin, these nations, to come against her, no?
Yeah, that evil thought, like, you know what? Let's just destroy all of America. Let's just do it. That's the only way. It's the only way.
Yeah. The people included, they're not going to regard the old, the young, you know. They're just going to destroy it, man.
And the Most High is just going to completely force the hand of these nations, because they know America's going to have to do some fuck shit again. They're going to have to do some heavy fuck shit, straight attack Moscow for them to go to war, man. Some shit don't go down, all right? And you may, the so-called white man, he may do it. Like the so-called Jew. Oh, we got attacked by Iran, false flag, and they go to shoot missiles on Iran. Then you know it's already going down, man. Right?
It says, and thou shalt say, I will go up to the land of unwalled villages. I will go to them that are at rest, that dwell safely, all of them dwelling without walls, having neither bars nor gates, to take a spoil, to take a prey.
Yeah, that's America, the land of unwalled villages without gates, man. You know, because America's just a big ass island ultimately.
You just got water around it, but that's gonna invite submarines of nuclear capabilities to destroy this place.
Yeah.
That's all that does. You know, the Mossad ain't doing like this place, man. We just rolled in here. Man, it has been at least 40 fucking crackheads on the block, man. Just looking bugged out. Esau's nowhere to be found. Well, when I say Esau, I'm talking about you cops, you girly men, you bitch boys. You ain't nowhere to be found, man. What are you doing? You probably chasing a nigga around, trying to shoot him. Piece of shit. Or death this place. So keep going.
Said to take a spoil, to take a prey, to turn thy hand upon the desolate place that are now inhabited. And it says, and upon the people that are gathered out of the nations, which have gotten cattle and goods, and dwell in the midst of the land. Yep. It says, Sheba, the Dan, and the merchants of Tarshish, with all the young lions thereof, shall say unto thee, art thou come to take a spoil? Hast thou gathered thy company to take a prey, to carry away silver and gold, to take away cattle and goods, to take a spoil? Therefore, son of man, prophesy and say unto God, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, in a day when my people of Israel dwell safely, shall thou not know it? And thou shalt come from thy place out of the north parts, thou and many people with thee, all of them riding upon horses, a great company and a mighty army. And thou shalt come up against my people Israel in a cloud to cover the land, and it shall be in the latter days, and I will bring thee against my land, and the heathen may, it says that the heathen may know me, when I shall be sanctified in thee, O God, before thy eyes. That land, Israel, is going to be destroyed too. The people in our land, not only America is going to be wiped off the face of the earth, but the land of our homeland, the land of Israel, is going to be wiped off, because we got a bastard imposter in our land, you know. So this is all the Most High's movie. He's stirring everything up for our sakes, to restore the earth back to its glory, you know.
That's right.
Yeah, that pretty much. We can keep going, but you know.
That's good on that. We're gonna head out to the camp. All right, and with that, we're gonna give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh,
Ba'Hashem, Yahushai, Ba'Hashem, Rakakadash.
Right, death to America. This place is through. All right. World War III is on the way. Death to this place. Shalom.
Shalom.